Anyone else seeing this recent emergence of honey, this abundance of honey now? They're selling 7 kgs, 10 kgs of honey. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Who the fuck is milking all these honeybees? Where are you even finding these honeybees? You know what I mean? Did somebody find the fucking mountain of honeycomb and just started putting in those, freaking tap thingies, just harvesting honey from them? Doesn't make sense that suddenly we have an influx of so much honey. When did that become a thing? I mean, look at fucking cows. You know, this cow is producing just gallons of milk every day. When does this fucking cow even get time to make all that milk? You know what I mean? How is it even turning white? You know what I mean? Like, she's drinking water and making milk. Is this cow even a real cow? Or is it some fucking AI robotic machine that's wearing a cow skin and is just mixing white water with some vitamin D and calcium and, you know, I don't know, like pissing it out of her tits, I guess. But I don't think that makes sense. Anyway, moving forward, we see aliens now. Apparently after Disclosure Day, we get aliens. I saw this freaking clip. That was insane. I know it's a fucking fake clip, but somebody took this enormous fucking injection and started putting it on top of this gray alien, and it's filled with apple juice. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? The alien's screaming and shit, and it's covered in fucking foil. Like, what the fuck? They're giving it foil hats and shit. Like, you know, go ahead. I don't know what they're doing with this, but it's pretty funny, I would say. It's super funny. Continuing off from the last episode, I was saying that Ilia Topuria, he lost the fight and he lost his wife. It's like what he was working towards, he lost most of those things, but you still see his brother by his side, and it's like, that's pretty encouraging, to say the least. But think about it. If you start depending on something when nothing is there besides God, I feel like that's another test. I legit feel like that's another test. And it's there to freaking break you. It's called the rock bottom, like below rock bottom. I think that's below rock bottom. When you think, there's a little bit of hope, a little bit of sunshine, and somebody just fucking plucks a finger and now you're in complete darkness, and that's metaphorical, that could happen if you're being born into this world, and then, I think that's how freaking abortions happen, the forced ones, or the, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, they cancel the fucking birth, they're like, nah, babies ain't, I don't want this baby, and poop. It's like, what? It's a confusing subject to begin with. It's a really confusing subject, but as the Holy Script says, it ain't right. So the Holy Script says that, no fucking discussion after that. It ain't right, yes sir, it ain't right. That's it, man. Nothing hard about thinking of making a decision when you already have a guidebook in front of you, when you already have the directions. It would be stupid. It would really be stupid when you know where to go, but then stand at the fucking crossroads thinking, if I go left, will I go right? You stupid fuck. No, you won't. If you go left, you go to hell. It's simple, There's no fucking road there, It just looks like there's a road, but it goes poop down into the abyss. Yeah. Well, we had a couple other things that I wanted to touch up on. Went out cycling yesterday. I was like, fuck it. semi-rest day, I was like, you know what? Let me put in some pedals. I went out. I did a bunch of pedaling around, and I saw this person. I know he was doing his best trying to run on that track, but god damn, bro, he was not running. He almost resembled like this penguin who was trying to run, just freaking running like, what the fuck? That type of run is either he's running like a penguin or he's gay, you know. That's how much I could deduce from what I was seeing there. But at least, he was trying his best. He was trying to fucking run. So, yeah, I mean, I did like fucking 3 rounds. I saw him by the end of the track. And he was really trying his hard. So, what do you say there, Maybe make his form better, but he didn't have a form to begin with, you know what I mean? He was just oval shaped. And talking about oval shaped, dude, saw this semi-gymnastic lady pretending to be a gymnastic lady, pretending to be a fucking athlete. She was sitting on this, you guys know about those circles in the gymnasium where they do their tricks and shit, the hoopa hoop. So this lady's sitting in the fucking circle, this circle, and my god, bro, I'm not even kidding. The circle was starting to bend into an oval. I'm not even kidding about that. The circle was turning into a fucking oval just from the sheer gravity this lady was putting on this circle. All right, the circle was, just like this, and then it started going. And in the background, this lady had some sort of a clip there, and the clip was saying, "This is my happy place." I was like, what about the person who's gonna come use the ring next? And god damn, bro, think about the roof too. If she falls, god damn, bro, she's breaking something. I mean, I'm thinking about it, like, because some fat people, some large people, they have a lot of fucking cushion, you know what I mean? They have a lot of blubber to absorb all that shock and force and pressure, right? So, do they really break bones? Or do their bones just jiggle along with the fucking fat absorption mechanisms in their body, I really wonder. I'll ask someone. I'll see if there's I know a couple fatties, bro. I don't hate them. With all due respect, I don't hate any fatties. I actually like a bunch of fat people. But it's really not good for them. And it's all fun and games. You could fucking make fun of me. I'm fine with that. It's all for shits and giggles. Yeah. I was reading somewhere, and I wrote it down here. Always remember wealth over mental health. Work yourself to death. No honor in selfishness. That resonates with me because, like, mental health is like this. I feel like it's a trap. It's like one of those words where you say it, but now you get some sort of. Once you say it, you almost accept it subconsciously, thinking that this is something, this is so. But I don't think it really is until you make it something. So imagine if I say to you, and we're walking, let's say in the forest, and we're walking completely fine, there's nothing wrong. We're enjoying, looking at fucking fruits, these enormous fucking honeybees with kgs of fucking honey they're carrying and flying over, and so on and so forth. We see mushrooms and shit. And then suddenly I say to you, dude, what if there's a fucking tiger in here and he's hunting us? The tiger in the fucking shadows. And suddenly, now you're fucking anxious. Now you're just fucking, every moment you're fucking scanning for that danger that doesn't even exist. It doesn't even exist. And now you're in an anxious state, in this state of looking for that danger when it doesn't even exist in that specific forest. And I feel like that's the type of game they're playing with this. I feel like this is a whole system. You just think about it. Just think, I'm not even joking about this. Just think about it. First, they fucking introduce money. Fuck off the trades, fuck off the systems. Then they bring in all these luxuries to life, which were there to begin with, but I'm just saying, they entice you with those things, you know. You could have a fucking gold teeth and fucking 7 kgs of chains with gold on them, diamonds and whatnot, shiny stones. And then they say to you, you could live in this enormous fucking castle. And by the way, you won't even be walking around the castle. You'll just go to your fucking room and come back out. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a big house and stuff like that. I'm just saying, what's with all that space you're not even gonna use, you know? That's the point. And they entice you with the looks, the aesthetics, and so on and so on. And now, you know, you're thinking about money. You're spending most of your time grinding it out, doing that thing, the dream. All right. Meanwhile, they have fed the children a certain amount of information where they're tranced into their own thing. They want to fucking dance on TikTok. They want to do all this weird shit. They want to keep scrolling, frying their brains. They are reducing their abilities. And also, they're breaking off the family systems. They're like, you know, we don't want a fucking traditional family. We want the mom working and the dad working and the children working. So everybody's working. So even if the children are not working, they're generating views. And if they're generating views, they're paying someone something, you know. I'm seeing these clippers post 100 videos a day. All right, so who's watching those videos, dude? Even if they're fucking beneficial, 100 videos, even if they're beneficial and they're 4 seconds, dude, if you watch 100 of those, you won't even remember the first one. So, and by the 100th fucking clip, you're not even thinking about the 100th clip. You're thinking about what's next, you know? Haha, hee hee, ooh, haha, hee hee, ooh, It's crazy. Really think about it. Then we go over to, you know, family systems breaking off, mom and dad. Sometimes, you know, crazy shit happens. So the entire system on which the previous civilization was based off of is broken. What happens? Humans start to go fucking crazy, right? There's nobody to talk to. This dad goes, works fucking 24 hours a day, comes back, sleeps 1 minute, wakes up, goes back to work. The same goes for mom, and the kids are fucking depressed. They're sad, like, what the fuck is happening? Where's my mom? Where's my dad? Who I can speak to? Who can I trust? Why is my mom toxic or bad? Why is my dad screaming? And so on and so forth. All these things are building up on these kids, and these kids are already losing their shit, like, because they've just been born into this world like for 10 years, right? And they're already losing their fucking shit. So you look at this, look at all of this, take in all of this fucking scenery, and who needs help now? Who needs help? The kids need help, the dad needs help, the mom needs help, everybody needs help. They introduce medications to numb the sensation, the feelings. All right? Who prescribes those? A therapist. Now, therapy is a thing. Everybody needs a little hand. You know, when you're stressed out, when you're working too much. Dude, why are you working too much? Nobody's asking that. Why do you have so many big dreams? Why do you wanna achieve something when you're losing your humanity, while you're pretty much losing everything along the way? Why? Who's making you think that when you reach a certain point, then you get to feel all of these things? So therapy is now a thing. Oh wow, you know, you could help people. So more ways to make money. So you go every week, they fucking finger your mouth or something, they finger your ears, lube you up with fucking talk and shit, you know, and send you back home, all giddied up. You're gonna be good, and they feed you some fucking pills to numb you down, you know. Numb this fucking crazy animal thinking about eating fucking plastic and shit. Wow. So they break off every fucking foundation that makes you normal, that makes you function, and then they give you this fucking help. It's almost as if they are creating problems so they can sell you solutions. It's that simple. They're creating desire so they can create a slave out of you, and you're not even fucking realizing that. And you're saying that's all dreams. That's all fun. Think about it, really. It's a thing. And it's so fucking deep at this point. There's so many layers to this. They're feeding certain things through fucking social media. They're feeding certain things through Disney, through movies, through TV series, through every way possible to poison your brain. And then they sell you this solution. Therapy.com, you know, fucking, what's that? Everybody needs therapy. Like, what the fuck? No, no. Just pay once a month and they'll make sure everything is there. They'll change the therapist for free. They'll do the all right, that's a problem, I agree, you know. People think a certain way. Why can't you speak to your own parents? Why can't you speak to someone who's older than you? Why can't you speak to someone who's a little bit wiser than you? Where did all those ways of communication go? Where did all the people go that were there as a community, as a family? Nobody's asking that. It's insane. It's like you're treating all the symptoms, but you're not looking at the fucking root cause. Yeah. Yeah. So me thinking about this, like, wealth over mental health, work yourself to death, you know, no honor in selfishness. And I will die by that word. No honor in selfishness. Wealth over mental health. You know. Sadly enough, even though I've cited all of that, I'll still agree to what I just said. It might sound insane, like, oh shit, he's part of the problem. Maybe in order to cure the disease, you need to be fucking infected. You know, you need to be fucking infected, and then perhaps some way you could cure yourself out, you know. Make sure you're fucking suffering in that, and maybe through that suffering you'll develop some sort of resistance, some sort of immunity. You know, maybe You could buy money off using money. There's no way out, really. You think about it. Unless you make one. And that means getting fucking infected, getting into the system. And that's part of it. Anyways, going back to the fucking amazing things that Instagram puts on my fucking feed, I saw this girl with a huge fucking wine glass, what the fuck? Wine glass. And she was, just fucking petting it, I guess. She was making it what? I wrote here. Acoustic resonance. Yeah, she was fucking touching the wine glass and circling her finger around. And she's on the boat. And she put her own voice in reverb, by the way, which was insane. And she's like, oh my God, here they come. And this girl's playing this fucking huge wine glass. And fucking whales started coming out of the water, and she was in a boat. In this fucking ocean. I'm like, God damn, bro. Imagine if we had a translator, I would imagine these whales would be fucking cussing you out to shut the fuck up, dude. Stop making these screeching sounds. And it was loud as fuck, the fucking wee. And the whales started surfacing and shit. I think they knew the cameras were there, so they didn't fucking flip the boat. They were just fucking cussing like, fuck you, fuck you. With the water and shit. Spitting through their nostrils, I guess, Good work. Dude, this fucking thing was really scary. They're singing this song, this new way of fucking therapy where people just sit around and sing. I guess it works, but dude, it is so fucking creepy when someone videos that shit. And you have all these middle-aged women. Most of them are blonde, and that's the scary part, You're like, God damn, they're doing something creepy, right? They're doing something really fucking creepy. And it always turns out to be that. And they're all singing, we are not alone, we're not alone. I'm like, all right. And then one of these fucking middle-aged woman zombies just fucking crawls out and sits in the middle. We are not alone. Who told you to fucking sit in the middle? And she's saying that I crawled out, I said I'll be in the middle, and then more people started joining me. We're not alone. Like, whoa, dude, this is so creepy. This is so fucking creepy. Oh my God, dude. I don't know if I'm feeling cringe or just fucking scared, but I have goosebumps everywhere on my hands right now. Oh my God. I'm still wincing from that. Like, God damn, bro. Sometimes Instagram fucking tortures me. It was almost very reminiscent of those fungi zombies from The Last of Us, And when you touch one of those vines and all of those start fucking squirming and shit. It was all those weird, bro. So weird. It's insane to even watch that. Yeah. And I saw someone was fucking criticizing these Down syndrome babies, Somebody was actually criticizing some Down syndrome babies while saying they were Down syndrome. And I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, they have a certain syndrome, right? So why the fuck? This is stupid, right? You're criticizing Down syndrome babies for being Down syndrome. What the fuck? You know that they're fucking Down syndrome. And I'm not laughing at the kids. I'm laughing at this stupid guy. That this guy is stupid, not the fucking kids. I mean, they were born a certain way, right? Look at me. I'm fucking born retarded. I'm fucking partially gone from the head. But it's just a fact of life that I have to accept. That's it. Everybody has their own flaws, All I'm saying is now they can remove that stuff. They can actually remove that. They have gene editing. They can remove the fucking color of your skin. They can change the color of your eyes. They can, you know, turn some part of you into your fucking spirit animal. You know, because some freaks are gonna do that. Oh, my soul longs to be a lone wolf. All right, let's give this fucking creep a little wolf tail. You know, because he still has that tailbone. Let's give him a fucking wolf tail. He'll be happy, you know. Give him one paw or something, you know. Give him one fucking canine. Let him howl like a bitch, you know. Dude, I see these fucking guys talking about healing. It fucking enrages me. I'm sorry. Some words are for certain genders, and healing is usually used by crazy bitches. I'm gonna pause it for a second. All right, we can continue. There was a bunch of fucking animals that got released, you know. As always, you know, you might hear some fucking background noise. I try my best, you know. Anyways, we were talking about well, we have the Maghrib prayers going. We'll continue that in the next episode. I'll see you guys there.